everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be renovating my current Very Veggie Legacy house. So if you guys aren't watching the series, that's all good. We're basically just going to be renovating a house with a budget and designing it so it can be built more onto over the generations. Our house is actually over here in Hemford-on-Bagley, and we're just up to the carrot generation. Well, technically we're still in eggplant gen, but we have carrot children. And if you don't know anything about the challenge, basically every generation is based on a vegetable and inspired by a vegetable. And you have to complete certain set tasks for them. So we have only a budget of 33,000 simoleons, and the storyline is we've moved onto this lot where there's just a very simple British looking farmhouse, I would say. So it's very simple, but it's very cramped inside. Like, we've definitely begun to grow out of it. So it's kind of got a traditional floor plan at this point. It has a lot of purple accents just because we're up to the eggplant generation, which is purple. But I was actually thinking I want the house to be a little bit more neutral with pops of aubergine or purple, just so whatever current generation is, we can make very minor changes to it to suit them. And just so we don't end up with like a totally purple house all the time. So yeah, we're going to begin expanding this, and I actually want to do a little bit of an industrial farmhouse look about it. And then it's a bit funny because at the back here we built this barn house, and this is definitely a bit more of an American feel because it's from Horse Ranch. But I think it also, they kind of go together in this Sims world way. And this I thought was really cool because it's got like already a little bit of an industrial farmhouse theme going on. And this was for our starter sim, our founder, which was broccoli, I think. So it's all dark green. But honestly, you guys know me, I love green. The past year, my story has been basically green. I love green. So I'm happy to kind of keep it green for a while. And actually, interestingly, this sim achieved so much in her life that she's going to be able to be rebirthed with life and death. So she might be rebirthed into vegetable, which is such a cool concept. And I think cauliflower is the generation that focuses on life and death packs, so maybe we'll do that. And I have, since the last part, just added 2 stables on either side of this. I just expanded it a bit so we can have the horse riding stuff happen for our carrot generation. But yeah, like I said, tight budget. I was actually not thinking of making this into a video and just kind of doing it off camera, but then I thought, no, I want to turn this into a main video because I think little renovations are really fun. And I also think it's really fun to renovate on a budget too, because it's a challenge. I will put a few things into our inventory that I definitely know we want to keep and I definitely know we will reuse. But for the most part, I'm actually gonna sell a lot of stuff. Oh, and also we have this terrible, weird, creepy woohoo dungeon down here, which we did on a live stream. It's so creepy, you guys, but maybe we can actually turn, oh no, it is kind of iconic though. So we should keep this until we're finished with our current generation, but I will delete a couple of things just so we have a little bit more budget. And also we had to do some wine stuff down here. So there's also that. There's also this. So I've already accumulated a bit of extra moolah for the cooler. Oh no, I can't really say that saying anymore since The Sims announced the marketplace with moolah, which I think that custom content creators should definitely be getting a higher cut than the 30% that they're talking about. Definitely. Just because I know a few people were wondering what I thought about it. I think the cut's too small. I think you should be able to earn moolah by like doing in-game events, which they said apparently that you won't be able to do, which is just like, oh, that really sucks. I do like a lot of this stuff, but again, I just want to really be able to expand this more from scratch. Oh, that's why the lighting's not working that well for me, because that light was on auto lights. Yeah, so this feels really cramped upstairs, and I definitely really want to open up our living area too. Let's get our good old crafty paint from our hardware kit, or I've forgotten the name of it, the garage kit, because it's a renovation. I also do want to say I don't want to completely change the structure of the house, because you still want to be able to see that it's being renovated. That's what makes it fun. Okay, so downstairs I think should definitely be our living area. And I'm thinking over time, maybe it could be turned into a bit of a U shape or even an H shape, because I'm hoping over the years it's going to expand a lot. So I'm going to begin by bringing this out on either side like this, because then we can still see the original structure of the original house. And this could be our new living area. And we could actually knock down this wall and turn this maybe into dining kitchen, potentially. Or maybe kitchen's in here and this is dining. I think the bathroom can remain here. Or we could just begin with the kitchen and dining in the same area, but eventually move over to this. And I'm deliberately putting the floorboards facing a different way so it looks like an obvious change. And then I don't think we can even fit a double bed properly into this room. Oh, we can. Like, I think the Sims will be able to get around this. So this could be a main bedroom for now. And yeah, we don't have a whole lot of money, so we have to be careful with how much we're spending. But I do think that this obviously needs to probably be expanded eventually. Can we get away with just having the twins in this room? Wait, how many family members do we have? So we've got, well, the grandma's living in the greenhouse out the back, so she's good. Then we have our temporary wife. Don't worry about her. Watch the series if you want to know why she's temporary. And Eggplant Man, our main Sim right now, and then 2 kids. So we only need, oh wait, she's pregnant though. So we only need 1 main bedroom and a kid's bedroom at this stage. So right now we can actually keep this as is to save money. Eventually this could be a nice upstairs bathroom, I think. So maybe we'll just have a wall here for now. And this will serve as the kids' bedroom for now as well. And their generation is orange, so probably some orange beds would make sense in this room. Or a bunk bed. I do like the idea of 2 twin beds being over here though, just because I think it'll make for a nice floor plan. Ooh, void critter bed, fun. And let's turn on move objects. SpongeBob, Betty Buddy. Controversial. Well, because we're not making everything literally orange, we're being more nuanced about it. The nice thing about that is we can pull out the orange color, say from this blue bed spread, and then have an orange wall, or we could have orange beds and have more neutral walls. I actually think this bed is really nice. How much is this? $450. Ooh, but that is a nice bunk bed. You know what? Now I'm thinking I want to do the bunk bed. Yeah, because it's got this great orange feature on the side of it, which we can use. And also the original house, we can have these stone walls and leave them as stone as like an original detail from the home. But do we have an option without this side bit? Oh yeah, here we go. Yes, that's cool. So if we just cover all of these outside walls in this stone, those can be stone feature walls if we want. Okay, so this will be the kids' room. Oh, we currently have a butler too. I forgot about that little tidbit. I think we need something purple in this bathroom. I wonder if there are any purple flooring that could work in here just for the time being. We do have this, wow, that is very purple, this flooring. Swirly flooring, anybody? We just want enough purple for you to kind of be able to look at the house and think, oh, okay, I think I know what generation this is. Actually, although it is controversial, the SpongeBob purple walls are really fun for the bathroom because, you know, it's a bathroom, so it has an inherent under the water theme going on, or at least a water theme, and then we can combine it with this purple rug. There we go, it's the purple gen. Or even better, do the plum bob rug. How much is this? 25 simoleons. Oh, that's cool. 55 simoleons, worth it. Just for a bit of fun, okay? And then, like I said, this will be main bedroom for now. This door here goes down to the cellar, so we don't really need to move that right now. I say we just put the bed here, and we'll probably have enough room to put an infant bed as well for the new baby, of course. See, this is a nice bed, but the energy is a little lower than I would like, although energy level 4 isn't the worst. I think you had this bed previously. Oh, you know what? I can't even remember what our other bed was. Oh, that's a nice bed. Ooh, that's a nice bed. But these are getting pretty pricey now. Pretty pricey. I say we get the cheaper options for now, and then if we end up having cash left over, then we can improve what we've chosen. I think that is a pretty good idea. So we'll get this bed for now with the purple. He can have his purple walls in the bedroom. Is this a floating plate? It is. It is a floating plate. Why do I keep saying plant? Plate. And then over here we can have very small side tables. The ones that fit really well are actually from Dream Home Decorator. They're really teeny tiny. Although Love Struck is much too big. Or we've got these little round ones that sometimes squeeze in, but no, this will be a better fit for the time being. And I like these because they really look like they came from IKEA and you can put them together yourself. I might go the darker ones just because they blend in better. They have their big family portrait on the wall that they're very proud of. Really wish you could change the background on this. I don't think you can. These are nice lamps. We already have one of these. Why don't we reuse that? And then I think a purple rug in here will tie it all together quite well. Like this dark purple rug is very nice. Very nice, very moody. And I'll be honest, you guys, I don't think we're gonna have money left over for extras. That's actually such a cool wardrobe. Maybe Stella chose this. Stella's the temporary wife. I just love saying temporary wife. It's so dodgy. I think they could have an extra window. That might be uplifting. And if we wait for the baby to come, they'll just give us a crib for free anyway. That's a nice little way to make some extra money and not have to buy a new one. Because it's basically $150 for free. Or we can just have one ready to rumble. Okay, so then for the lounge room area, I mean, should we just make it slightly bigger? May as well, because it's only gonna grow anyway, so may as well make it big now while we can. And I wanna have some beautiful, like black, industrial looking windows. I guess, wait, what wall height is this? It's actually surprisingly the smallest wall height. These are always a classic go-to. They always look nice. They always look industrial, or we can go with a less obvious option like this. Oh, there's also this new kind of a window. Oh, what about these ones? These are from the Green Haven kit. Yeah, this could be nice. I don't know if we want to have them all the way over on this side. Maybe we'll make a pattern like that. You can have this. Yay! And that's our first extension. But we'll eventually have another one to match this side, and maybe we'll make it a bit of an H shape or U shape. And then I feel like because this is a little bit like the UK, we should have a fireplace. You know, it gets a bit cold here. Oh, I would love to use this one, but $1,800, actually that's not as bad as I thought it would be. But is it too fancy? Or do we go with something more like this? The thing that I like about that low-lying fireplace, oh, this is nice. I like the simplicity of this one from Adventure Awaits. The thing I love about this low-lying one is because it's lower than the others. So a TV sits on it really, really nicely, whereas these are just, they're all a little bit higher up. But this one's also a bit lower too. So let's go with this cast iron little traditional fireplace. And you know, one day it might get upgraded depending on whoever takes over, whoever is the next heir. And then we already had a TV in our inventory, so we can use that one again. We can reuse this couch that we already have. And then we got to think about what kind of exterior material we have here. Like, do we go really industrial with, okay, no, I don't like this. That's a little much. I don't mind that. Or there's the idea of like a concrete, but that's a bit, nah. A darker brick, like a navy colored brick or a deep brown. Or we just make the extension in a similar style, just slightly different stones or color. I like that idea. Let's maybe, oh, this would make more sense because this is the one that actually came with the pack. And I am going to revisit these windows because I'm also tempted just to have really big glass windows here, which I suppose would make it less of the industrial theme and more of just a modern extension, just in general. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. We can merge the two aesthetics, horse ranch with cottage living, by using these windows that are from Horse Ranch. Okay, I think we've figured it out. This is what we're gonna go with. And I really, really like these. I think they look really pretty. And then we can simplify these windows if we wanna have those windows as well. Oh, I'm so excited. That's really nice. And then we're gonna keep this pitched roof kind of a shape and just add that on here. But maybe we want to do something that's slightly more modern, like have a skylight in it. Although we'll probably end up, let's have a think about this. Because we will probably end up building on top of this. But for the time being, we don't have to. Okay, pop some flooring on this side, pop some flooring on that side. I know this is uneven, but I'm not concerned about that. And then where do we want our skylights to be? We could have them across this section. So you'd place a piece of roof this way, make sure these arrows are pulled in, then copy that, flip it around, pull it over the other flooring you've placed. And then for this section, you get the half gabled roof and place it over the areas where you'd like to have some glass. You can pop the glass in. Oh wait, no, I got confused. I'm doing it the wrong way around. So I want, I got confused. Whoa. So we need to have the middle bit as glass and then these side bits as ceiling. Sometimes this is just so confusing. Okay, so we'll copy that over here and then we'll put a glass piece in the middle. So we'll copy this pitched roof right here, turn it into glass like that, lower it so it sits under here, and we might need to tuck it in, I guess, and then play around until it kind of looks good. I really like the businesses and hobbies, this like ColourBond type of roofing. Well, the brand in Australia is called ColourBond, so I'm used to calling it that. Yeah, once you frame around this, it looks quite nice. And then you can add some extra interior trim if you want to neaten it up as well. There we go, and that's our skylight. Let's check it from beneath. Yay, gorgeous. Okay, fancy. And that trim does look really good, and I think it elevates this lounge room. And because of the skylight, we might not need these windows here. We might be able to just keep that wall completely closed and make it a nice stone wall in here like that. And then this is just asking for some kind of spandrel, I think. Some nice wood columns, maybe from Snowy Escape. Those ones are pretty nice. And I'm not afraid of using a few different timbers. So let's just build a wall here, and then we're gonna use the spandrel. Oh, or we could use the horse ranch stuff to actually do a spandrel with that horse ranch style. But the Snowy Escape one does have a really lovely kind of thick option, although we are restricted with what colors it comes in, which is a bit of a shame, and I actually think it's a little bit too thick for this particular wall height. I mind that, that's nice and simple. The problem is the horse ranch one, we really can't match it to this lovely light timber that we've got in the Snowy Escape one too well. I mean, we can kind of match it, and I know I just said I'm not too concerned about matching the timbers, but I do want the spandrel and the columns to match. But I don't know if I want to use the horse ranch columns. I'm probably making little sense to anyone right now. Yeah, because this would actually match the Snowy Escape. But is that a style we want? I don't think so. As nice as it is, it's not really the style to suit this house. Or we could use this version of it, which is, yeah, it's too much. So back to our column choices. Let's pick something else instead. We could do the horse ranch. Ooh, what about this? Businesses and hobbies. That works really nicely with this. I like it. I also just realized this is sticking in a bit. So let's just bring that. Yeah, this looks really nice. And then we could do these single windows, just plain glass ones. We could either do the lighter wood or the black. Both look good. If we do the black, then the trim near the skylight, I think that should be black as well. And then it'll pair, really nicely. And I'm actually thinking for this section, we could make this window a bit more decorative or detailed. Oh, that's kind of cool. From the Solarium tea kit, this is. Although it might be a bit busy. I've got to say though, I love when these decorative glass patterns, how they shine onto the floor and create floor patterns. That's always really fun. And it's not too bad. Now we'll leave it there for a little while because I do like the pattern it makes on the floor, and that's really why I'm leaving it there. I also really want to have vines growing up these walls too, so I'm just gonna place a couple around the place because that's just so pretty. I guess we already have some on the front. And wisteria. For our house here in Australia, wisteria can really overtake structures in Australia and grow wild, and I suppose that's the case with it in a lot of places in the world, or maybe everywhere. But there's a native wisteria that grows better in Australia that we're going to have, and it's not deciduous, so it's evergreen, it's always green, and the flowers don't fall, so it's a little neater for us. I'm really excited to grow that and see how it grows. Now we also got the hydrangeas in Royalty and Legacy, which is really nice. Or we also got these lavender bushes, which I think really suit this house. So we'll put some lavender here. I like to spin them a little bit, or a couple of them, just to have it look a bit more organic, and also hold down the Alt key so it's not in a perfect straight line. But yeah, I think our extension is looking good for a start, and I'm even gonna save it. And then eventually I want to have a front here as well. Okay, back working on the interior of this place. Oh, we could also have a stone floor in here instead of wood. That could also be refreshing. Maybe not that, but you know, this idea of a stone in here. Royalty and Legacy stone. I really want them to add more crazy pavers to the game. Oh, what about a brick? Like a brick floor in here. A masonry. That's too outdoorsy looking for this house. This has greenery growing through it, so it's not ideal. I don't know if we have the right kind of thing that I'm thinking of. I do want a heritage brick, but I don't want it in this bright red color. We could use the cottage kitchen kit. Actually, that's really nice. Well, let's go with that. Maybe we could do this whole downstairs area. And like I said, I want to do a lot of neutral colors that we can just change the accent colors really easily. So maybe something like a laundry day rug would work in here, like that kind of a rug. Oh, and I'd love to use the mudroom kit in this build and actually have a mudroom somewhere. Let's add some nice simple linen couches in here. And then we have our big purple couch moment for this generation. And I think a lot of the pieces in this house should look like they've been accumulated over a few different generations, which is what will happen as we live in the house, but I already want it to look a little bit like that. So there's not a particular strong, like, really contemporary vibe to it where everything looks brand new, or anything that looks particularly trendy about it, but a blend of things that have been picked up over the years. I actually quite like this table. The question is which color, because so many could work. I like this, the dark brown, or maybe this. Maybe we'll go the darker brown. One of my favorite lamps is actually just this simple one from Cats and Dogs. I love this. We definitely need an olive tree in here. And even though Nancy Myers is a very like Americana look to a house, I think the color palette we should be a bit inspired by. All the neutrals with the black accents. Ugh, I love her set design. And this is the part where we can add in some pieces of purple. So you'll know if you know. And is there a nice purple toy box we can put in here for the kids to play with? This one's nice. That looks like one that could be passed down through the generations. Or maybe we even put it in this room. I'm not sure yet. Actually, I'm going to change these to the darker brown. I just want to try them on, you know. Or do we want to go this lighter brown? No, definitely the chocolate brown looks good in here. Okay, kitchen. Like I said, the kitchen's gonna start off a little small for now. I mean, I did have an idea of creating a dividing wall, but I just don't think it's gonna look great. Yeah, it's a little too boxed in. Unless we pop this out the back a bit, like an expansion like that. But then technically that's changing the original house. Let's just place some counters down and see what we can create with the space that we have. We basically just want a timeless kitchen. Maybe this is like a timeless kitchen. So we could have just a little kitchen like this for now, or we could begin pushing it outwards. And if we did that, ideally I'd want to push it out to like here probably. And then I think we would have a kitchen that looks a little bit more like this. And then you'd have the dining table here. And then we could have a little bit of fun again with our skylights. So we just essentially build around our glass piece in the middle. And then we use our new stone to have our section sticking out that's been renovated. It's going to move these windows up a little bit like that. That also means we could have a nice modern window above the kitchen bench as well, which I always think is nice. Pretty! Yeah, I like this. Looks good. Okay, so now we have a roomier kitchen. I mean, obviously we could also go like that to make it a full U shape, but I kind of like that, you know, you can walk around. Actually, now I'm looking at it again and I'm thinking, oh, maybe we should make it a full U shape. But then that's gonna stick out a little bit. So now let's go back to my original plan of just having a bit of an island here. Oh, or the other thing is we could have that other kitchen object that came with kitchen clutter, because that actually acts as a workbench too. The culinary caddy. Yeah, well, not so much a workbench, but you can put stuff on here. It's pretty handy. Or we make our expansion even bigger. So then I need to push this back. May as well just make a bigger skylight. Pull these down so they go on top of that big piece. And then that means we could move the door over to this side, which would be nicer. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I really love this fridge from Kitchen Clutter. I just love how family friendly it looks. And then we can have our dreamy kitchen island we always wanted. With our skylight, we probably don't need the column in the middle. I was just trying something out here. Although we could mark where this line of the house used to be. Because I do love realistic details like that, where you can see where the renovations have taken place. I think we also need to add a little bit of ceiling detail as well. Again, we'll create a ceiling that was with the original house. I don't know why it didn't have a ceiling originally. I suppose we didn't have enough money. And then we can have a newer ceiling that's been put in, like perhaps we just do white. So again, you can see the old and the new. So we could do something like this with the cupboards, but I actually think cupboards would look better on this wall here. So we could get rid of those. And then maybe have this as just like a big open window space where we can find a nice big window that would fit here. Usually snow escape can be a really handy size. Yeah, there we go. Because as if you wouldn't want to look out that back window to the beautiful garden and where the horses are. Yeah, technically we could also have a window over here. Well, safety first, we need to have a smoke alarm here. Oh, and a bin. We do need a bin. I really want to have a bit of a farm sink over here, but I'm not sure if... Oh, wait, I think we can blend one in. If you look closely, you do notice it's a different cupboard, but if you're not looking too closely, it works. Ooh, or there's this royal sink that we might be able to get away with too. I think we could just get away with it. Now, usually I wouldn't put a stove closer to the fridge. I'd put a sink closer to the fridge. But given that it's Sims and it doesn't matter all that much, I'm just going to put it over there. Just because I think the sink looks a lot nicer here. And I like the gold tap, so we'll go with the gold tap. We'll also pop a dishwasher in. And I like my Sims to have coffee. So we will have a nice coffee machine. And I also like them to have tea, but I might prioritize a blender instead. And then one of my favorite newer kits is Kitchen Clutter. I love Kitchen Clutter. Just because I love Kitchen Clutter, okay? Because it makes everything look lived in and more realistic. But let's see if it offers anything purple. Not a whole heap, that's really obvious. Ooh, we do have a chicken though. The chicken is purple. Ooh, this little birdhouse is a nice purple addition. Oh, and the other pack that I really like is Garden to Table, because this has vegetable and gardening themed things like these sprouts in a teacup and jar, which makes sense on a lot that, you know, is a farm lot. Oh, and the eggs. Yes, we need to have fresh eggs here. And one day we will actually have animals on our farm. Other than just the horses, we'll have more. But yeah, it looks like we've just been to the Henford on Bagley, you know, the farmer's market. And actually, I just put the eggs inside this chicken and I think that looks really good. And surely we can find a purple stool to put here. I can't say that I absolutely love our stool options, but we can put a stool here. Do you think we have enough room to actually prep a meal? I might get rid of the coffee machine just so we have a bit more bench space. Okay, because we're gonna need that. Oh, wait, this dustpan has a purple thing on it, so we can pop that there. It's really hard to find purple things. Like, it's definitely not the easiest color theme. I believe it's one of the harder ones. You can have this near the door though, or maybe just up here on the wall. That's purple. And I want to put something here on this blank wall. The ironing board, is that weird in the kitchen? Maybe that's better suited to the bathroom. Ooh, pans. I love pans. I don't know why I said that, but like, I like the pans because they look kind of cottagey. Yeah, we'll use these. Quote of the day from Deli. I like pans. Okay, I'd say that's a really good start on our kitchen. I'm really quite happy with that. And then what else do we have from our garden to table pack that we can use here? Ah, the rustic shutter. Yes, I want to use this. Maybe we can have this in the corner here. And this looks really lovely with the herbs on it. I think this is really, really, really cute. And then we can have the toy box next to it so the kids can play downstairs if they want to. So previously I was moving everything further into the lounge room, but we might have a bit of grace to move it outwards now. And then we just need a dining table here. So we could go this rustic dining table that comes from this kit as well. Oh, this actually has a really cute floral pattern on it. That's quite nice. What do we have in the way of purple chairs that can go with our dining table? Our rustic theme of dining table. This seems a bit too modern. These are probably expensive. Oh, actually, they're not too bad. I mean, we could also do a bit of a mismatched approach where we have a bit of purple in one chair and then they're all a bit different. Because I don't think we have many nice tones of purple available. Because if I got to choose dining chairs regardless of the purple color, what would I pick? I quite like these little parenthood ones. I think these are really sweet. Oh, hold on, that has a lilac. I don't really want the lilac color. These are more outdoor chairs. Because it's always good to actually look through your options too, because sometimes you'll actually find that a color hasn't been tagged. Like you'll find a purple chair that doesn't come up in the purple tagging. I also really like these chairs. These ones are nice, this Hampton style. This is such a great chair, but it just doesn't come in the best colorways. I guess that technically is purpley pink though. It's more of a dusty rose color. But yeah, I'd say these are my favorite chairs. I mean, maybe we just go with the fave. Maybe we just go the neutrals. I've decided I really dislike this bar chair. This bar stool just does not go with the rest. Okay, I think we're making this look really, really nice. Like, I think this is lovely. Neutral, but enough pops of purple to recognize, oh, okay, this is the purple generation. I get it. I just want to see if we can fit any mudroom furniture just at the front door because it is so nice. Like if we can just get, maybe I should be rearranging this a bit. Could maybe get this in here or this in here. Also, this doesn't have to be sitting inside. It probably makes more sense sitting out here. And then I can make my brick flooring dream come true. Over on this side, maybe. Be nice to raise the house up just a little bit. Actually, no, we'll do that another time because I'm opening a whole other kettle of fish. Oh, the only thing is if I do it this way, then that window is going to be covered up. I don't know if we want to do that, although we could just cover that up with this and pretend it never happened, that we never deleted a window. You know what? We should probably leave it. But isn't that just so cute at the front door? It looks so good. I love the mudroom kit. And then maybe these baskets we can size down and just put under here. And some shoes, and then we can have some wellies at the front door, or we call them gum boots here in Australia. Oops, I forgot we have a budget. Doesn't this have a purple version? Oh yeah, this has some purple flowers too that are very pretty. Do we want these wine colored purple flowers, or do we want these purpley hydrangeas? I think the wine ones look better on this table, but I'm wondering if we put these in the kitchen to add some purple to the kitchen. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice up there. And you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the bags because I just feel like I've used up too much space over here. I think I might actually use this shelf from Grange Mudroom just under the mirror here. And we'll make this green just as a little bit of homage to the family being called the Greens or the Green Dynasty. But yeah, there's plenty of purple in there. Okay, then we've got the main bedroom here, which is kind of blank looking, but we don't actually have that much money to be spending on it, so I might just leave it as it is. Then jumping upstairs, it's looking pretty blank up here again. We don't have a whole lot of money to be spending in here, so let's just jump over to the kids' room because that, I think, is the next most important thing. I'll just focus on getting some affordable neutral stuff in here that we want to be using, and then we can add more if we want to. More fun things. Oh, how cute, a little window right next to this bunk bed. That's actually really nice. Oh, we can do an easy orange wardrobe over here. Perfect. And honestly, for kids, I think it's more useful for them to have a craft table over a desk because they'll do their homework in the family area usually, or wherever they can just find space. But then we have the option of them getting a bit more creative if they have their own desk space here. Ooh, this is orange too. Maybe we go with this one. Having monkey bars is also a great idea because it can help with the kids' motor skill. This one's so pretty. This one's actually my favorite from Romantic Garden stuff because I love all the flowers over it. We can have this giant orange cat at the end of the bed. Nice orange armchair, although maybe that's a bit big. This one's nice because it has orange and some blue in it. Or there's the rocking chair. Oh my gosh, or a blow-up chair. Yes, let's do the blow-up chair. Hold on, I think I need to put the shelf over there and then have a bit more room just here. I love this little light. He's so cute. But we'll go with the fox. I think there's an orange tree here. Yeah, this one could look nice on the wall here. And then we can have a toy box upstairs as well. This one is really quite large. I feel like this one's smaller, but maybe it's the same size and I'm just imagining things. Okay, I think that's good for the orange room. And we've still got 20,000 simoleons, which is great because we can afford the butler's bedroom as well. And potentially we can create another, well, we can at least begin to create another bedroom. And we should really open up this space so that can be utilized as well. Maybe the butler's bedroom can be pretty small. I think we're best off going like this, so this would eventually be a kid's bedroom. Sorry to the butler for not getting a whole lot of space. Oh, also we have a couple of special things here. This cable knit rug was what our Sim had as a baby, and then he also always had his parents' photograph, so we'll pop that maybe next to the bed here. So I do want to have this somewhere. I mean, maybe it goes just in the cellar. No, that's a bit sad. Does it get overlapped in the lounge room for a bit of color? Or do we just leave it very plain? Because it's iconic, even though it's slightly ruined. I'm gonna put it downstairs. Oh, we also need to put our laptop out now. Uh-oh, where's the laptop? Oh no, it's here. Because we don't have the luxury of building an office right now, I'm just gonna place it here. I'll pop that fruitcake there so we can also eventually do something with that. And then these are some paintings that the grandmother did, I think, for our Sim, so he'll have that up in his bedroom because we actually don't have any wall space in the rest of the house. Oh, actually we do in the hallway upstairs. So let's pop that here. We can pop this one here. So the butler need not have anything fancy, just a reasonable looking room, a comfortable looking room, if you will. They can have this neutral bed. Actually, this is totally random, but if you guys ever watched The Girls Next Door or The Girls of the Playboy Mansion, I think it was called different things in different regions. That originally, because it ended up being about the girls of the Playboy Mansion, but originally that show was meant to follow the butlers living in the mansion and working in the mansion. And I think that would have been such a fascinating show to watch. I just thought you guys might find that interesting. We'll do a simple light. We need to get some simple curtains. I guess for now they could have purple walls, or we just go green or a greeny teal color because I suppose it's the family color to be kind of green. And I love playing with a butler in the family. It makes life so much easier, especially when you've got toddlers to bring up. Oh my goodness. They are lifesavers, I tell you. They can have their wardrobe here. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm doing this soft sagey green instead because the other color didn't really look very green. Oh, I actually really like this SpongeBob rug for the kids' room. So yeah, I'll just change that up. And then this rug's okay for in here. Just a little rug next to the bed to keep your tootsies warm when you hop out of bed in the morning. Okay. Butler's room looks great. Any butler would be so happy to be there. Bench seat. Ooh, purple bench seat. Gotta say, I don't love it. Do we double up on a bench seat with this one? So it looks like it's built in. That's actually quite nice. I think we should keep that one. You know, one day we'll have a bigger and nicer hallway, but for now, this will do. And this can be a spot to put school projects. I'll just put this, no, that's like a dead plant there. That's kind of sad. I'll just pop this here for now. So it's just simple in this kind of purpley winey color. And then this will be the other kid's room for the other kid that's just being born. So I suppose this is essentially a nursery. Actually, I'll change this rug in the orange room to that blue because I still think it's obvious the key color is orange in here. And just to reinforce the fact that it is, I'll make this wall orange as well. And then this can be the orange toddler room once they are beyond an infant. I might put a high chair downstairs. Ah, purple, amazing. And we'll hold off on the toddler bed. We'll just put the infant crib here, have the essentials, change table. Oh gosh, we need a bin to go with the change table and blocks to play with. Oh, the good old Wabbit tablet, can't go wrong with that. A chair, because they like to sit on chairs. Oh, a playmat for sure. Piles of cushions also work. I'm gonna add an additional window as well. I'll pop that picture here. I mean, honestly, this is a nice bedroom. Okay, so that's that room organized. And we still have 16,000 simoleons, you guys. So, whoa, I did not think we would have money that would go this far. So we can actually do our bathroom upstairs as well. Oh, I almost forgot our little toddler toilet. Toddler toilet. Honestly, I think everything being in the toddler room is really helpful because then they can just stay in there. Well, maybe we should make this a bit nicer then, because we did kind of give this room a bit more of a kid vibe, a kid-friendly vibe, whereas this will probably be more of a kid's bathroom. I might update the tiles in here. Let's do this kind of a thing and make it look like this is a door that's opened. I think they'll hopefully still be able to get in there. And then up here, we'll just do a orange bathroom, I suppose. Teaming with the theme. And we really do need a bathtub in here. It would make life so much easier. This custom content would be perfect, but I don't want to use the CC in this build. We'll just go with this bathtub, I think. Oh, actually, the parenthood one is pretty good though. We just kind of move it into the walls. The only problem is we're not really going to have room. Well, we're not going to have room for a basin, which is certainly not ideal. I don't think there's really a way around that unless we were going to push into this bedroom, which I don't think would make much sense. Or we just try and put one here and just see if the Sims get around it, I guess. Like kind of go with this orientation, which honestly it might work fine. Look, we'll give it a go. And then what's really handy is we have a pack, especially for kids, called Bathroom Clutter. And this is so family friendly. And there's a lot of orange in this too, which is perfect. We can just use that for our orange Sims. This is actually such a cute bathroom. I really like it. We even have some orange towels we can put on the wall here, or we can choose the messy ones, which I personally think look more kid friendly. And then my favorite part are these building blocks, which we did have previously and I did delete them all, but let's just add them back in again because we can afford to. And I am still so surprised that we still have budget for this family. Like our money has gone so much further than I thought it would go, so we've done really well. Let's have an open toothpaste on the side here and a roll of toilet paper. All the practical things. We'll even have this here, toilet cleaner, amazing. All of that, and we still have 13,000 simoleons left over. What? Oh, you know what we should put here? We should actually put here the decoration box, because part of family and legacy gameplay is, you know, going through the holidays and putting up different decorations. And I think that's a really nice thing. I'm just going to sneak that under there. Hopefully they can get to it. I suppose we'll see. We can also afford some sconce lights in the hallway. Amazing. I know I do use them a lot, but I do always find myself coming back to these parenthood lights because they're such a good midway between industrial, traditional, and contemporary. They're kind of a little bit of a blend of all of them, including mid-century. It just ticks all of those boxes for us. We'll put one in the butler's room. Do we even want any down here? We might not need any downstairs. I'll put one high up in the kitchen. No, that's weird because then it's totally random. And actually looking at this, I think this brush isn't purple, it's actually blue. Oh, it's kind of an ultraviolet color. I'm gonna move these gumboots that for some reason I left over there, right over to here. And I'm gonna make a pair look like a kid's pair by sizing them down and putting them next to them, like that. Let's get a better bed. What was the one that we really liked? Oh, this is purple and it has 5, although it's pretty wide. I don't know which one I was looking at. Oh, maybe it was this one. Yeah, the $2,000 one. Yeah, baby, we got a nice big purple bed. Perfect. And hey, we can afford a mirror in here, so let's do that. Let's get a mirror in the room. I don't know if we need so many downlights in here. It's a bit too bright for my liking. Honestly, this tree is kind of nice in the parents' room too. And when we have a tree in here as well on this blank wall, it's just kind of nice. I don't like this bassinet. There, I said it. I don't like it. And the best thing is we don't have to use it. Actually, none of these bassinets really look kind of contemporary chill. Like this is the kind of bassinet I want to use. These types, these are all custom content by My Cup of CC. If you're interested, that's the name of the custom content creator, My Cup of CC. I do like the pearl one for you know, for a bit of fun. Maybe when the baby comes, we just get the free one and we just age them up to an infant so they can use their bed upstairs. And then it's no fuss, it's easy. Well, we can add a couple of extra details over here, like another side table in the lounge room. And this is like a sunroom too. So having more plants in here also adds to that sunroom theme. I mean, again, do we want to leave some empty space for things to be placed? Or do we just decorate it all? Okay, I think I'm happy with where we're at now. Let's finish this up. I've been working on this for 3 hours. That's crazy, but I'll edit it down for you guys, obviously. But man, 3 hours is quite some time. I'm also gonna do a cheeky bin here. Do some bricks like that. I say we're finishing up and then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna do this and this and this. Oh, and then we've got this kind of a sad little orchard over here. Like, we're gonna have to turn this into more of a garden. So this is our little garden area. How cute is this? There we go. It's the beginning of a little orchard. And we'll pop some extra trees out the front like this. Woohoo! Okay, let's have a look at it with all the characters inside. Okie dokie! So here is our renovated house. Obviously the wisteria is not in bloom, so it's not looking as bright as it usually would be. And yeah, I think it's gonna come this way as a U shape eventually. And then that'll give us more like places for other outdoor activities. But anyway, so this is what it looks like, the first start of the extension. We've got this here, also our small orchard area. This is our horse calendula green, because you get it, calendula flowers help as companion flowers and borage over here. Whee! Okay, so let's have a look inside the house. Yeah, I think this will be a nice house as time goes on. Let's go inside and wow, it actually is more of a spacious home now. How exciting. Okay, so that's our sim just there. Here's the eggplant sim. His name is Egbert, if anyone's curious. I know it's very creative. So we've got these kind of neutral colors here when you enter. A bit of green because it is the veggie green family and the founder was a broccoli. It's definitely more of a cottage feel at this stage. I would like to change the front door actually. That's one thing I didn't do. That's our butler. I mean, we have a butler and this is what our front door looks like. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, this is our dining area. We've got the kitchen here. I'm really glad we made the kitchen bigger. Confess the truth, we are truthful. We've got our beautiful skylight in the kitchen. I want that in my kitchen actually. I like that skylight. The door's been moved to the left there. Then we have this window you can also look out at. And then we have, oh, he's sitting at the dining table. That's nice. And then we have this gorgeous sunny lounge room right here, which hopefully will go through many different generations. So that's nice. Very nice. Iconic purple couch for now. Oh, some romantic satisfaction has just begun. Who's feeling romantic? Oh, wait, is that the maid in our sim? And our founder? Oh my gosh. So just in here is our bathroom renovation with the door that's kind of slightly ajar. Very nice. Actually, we should check that. See if you can take a brisk shower. Oh, he's sleeping in the kids' bed. She's like, how good is this lounge room? I always dreamed that my son would have something like this to bring up his own family in. And yeah, he had no trouble getting into that shower, so that works. Then we have the main bedroom, a little tight at this stage, but we will definitely expand it. Good to see she's in the correct bed. Love that wardrobe. I'm glad we did that. Moving on upstairs. Up here to our left, this is the butler's simple room. Lovely. Then we have the kids' room in here. I really like this room. I know the blue rug is probably a bit controversial, but I think it grounds all the orange really nicely because it still looks like the orange room to me. Love that. Love the window where the bed is. And then we walk down here to our left. I had no idea we would be able to make our bathroom upstairs as well with our budget. But that's so good. I really like this bathroom. And then in here we have what will be the newborn's room. So simple because it will be adjusted soon, but it looks great. So yeah, let me know what you think of this renovation, especially if you're watching this series. There's actually a 3-hour live stream playing this as well. That was not this week, but last week, I think. And then there's also the regular episodes as well that you can catch up on. But let me know what kind of build videos you would like to see next. And another thing I was thinking we might like to do is raise up the height of this. So let me know if you think we should do that as well, or just keep it as is. So I'll save that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will speak to you all soon. Oh, and also thank you so much to my amazing members for all of your support. There's a library of over 100 members' videos from behind the scenes content. If you'd like to join up using the link down below, you can have access to all of those videos and watch them in your own time. And it's a great way to support the channel as well. So thanks to all of you guys for your support, but most of all, thanks for being here. Dag dag!